building on a corner.
Hello, Good Sam. My name is JoAnne Avery Neish, and I am delighted that I've been invited to say happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary. I am so grateful that Good Sam was a very big part of my life in my high school and college years and helped me become the person I am today. I remember as a junior in high school, I was very, very shy and very quiet. And I was hired as the organist to help with the second service that had just started up at the church in the old building. And I remember one time when I was there, and I always tried to time my rehearsal time when no one was in the building. Well, Ernie Bringus, the youth director, and Roy Dunn were there. They came walking over to me in my little corner, and I was shaking in my organist shoes. Didn't know what they wanted, but it was scary. These two leaders were headed my way. All they wanted to do was say hi and invite me to youth group. Well, that was the beginning. Little did I know that that youth group became a very important part of my life. There were the Good Sam singers, and I got to help lead them. What was up with that? I was a shy child. Well, apparently, I was getting out of that. And out of that group came Sound of Celebration. We had a wonderful tour across the country one summer, and we turned into Homestead and Wolf. And Homestead and Wolf is still getting recognition today. I don't know what's up with that, but that's pretty cool. And we got to go in the recording studio and play with some amazing musicians in LA. Well, at the end of that time, I took some time away from the church and I went on the road performing with a group called Milestone. We were a rock and roll band, and we got to play on the Pacific Princess cruise ship. We went to Alaska. We performed in different places around the Bay Area and in Northern California. And I remember one time in Los Gatos, there were a bunch of youth group kids there. And one of the people there was Lee Neish. Well, I didn't know Lee at the time, but I guess he was my groupie, and I like to say that. Well, a few years went by, and when that band ended, Lee happened to call. He was the associate pastor at Good Sam at the time, and asked me if I would be willing to come back to Good Sam and be the church musician. I didn't know what that meant, but sure, why not? I like doing music and I love Good Sam. So I went back to the church, and this is definitely, the rest is history, because Lee and I enjoyed working together, and it took us a while to figure out, oh, wait, you might be fun to date. Well, by the time we got our schedules together, it all worked out. We ended up getting married in the church at a wonderful wedding. And then we have been blessed to work together in every appointment that Lee has been sent to. I am very lucky, because usually you don't get to always work with the man you love, but I have been able to do that. And it all started with Good Sam. With Good Sam, I found a home, a man to share my life with, and I found lifelong friends, and I found my voice. Happy anniversary, Good Sam. I am grateful for the gifts of faith, of love, and forever friendships that I have found with you. Happy 65th.